Thank you for choosing my practice and for trusting me to help you. I'd like to take some time to explain a little about hypnosis so you're well informed and feel safe and comfortable with the process. So let's get started. Hypnosis, what is it? The conscious mind versus the subconscious mind. You may already know that hypnosis works with the subconscious part of your mind. So to really understand hypnosis, you have to understand how your mind works. You see, you have two very different minds, the conscious and the subconscious. Two very different minds with different functions. So let's have a look at those functions now. Starting with the conscious mind. This is where we spend most of our time, and it has four functions. The first is willpower. We're all familiar with this part of the conscious mind. With willpower, you might say, I quit. I'm not smoking anymore. And the strength of your willpower decides how long this lasts before the old habit returns. The second function is temporary memory. This part of the conscious mind is your working memory that you use every day, finding your way to work and remembering your family's names. This is the memory you use every single day. Now, the third part of the conscious mind is the analytical thought process. This part looks at a problem, analyzes it, and looks for a solution. It makes hundreds of decisions every day. These decisions seem automatic, but are in fact conscious and deliberate. This is where you decide to do something or not. Now, the fourth part of the conscious mind is rational thinking. This part gives us the reasoning for why we do the things we do. In order for us to remain in a state of well-being, we must be able to rationalize our behavior, even if it only makes sense to us. You might say, I smoke because it relaxes me or calms my nerves, even though cigarettes are a stimulant and it's impossible for them to relax you or calm your nerves. But if you believe it to be true, then it is. Now, the language of the conscious mind is logic. However, the real you lives in the level below the conscious mind, in the deeper subconscious mind. So let's have a look at that part of the mind. The subconscious mind is where you will find habits, not just the good, the bad, and the ugly, but also the practical habits we all do without even thinking about, like answering the phone when it rings, or brushing our teeth, or for some, possibly biting nails, grinding teeth, or twirling hair. Now, another part of the subconscious are our emotions. Our emotions are also all in the subconscious mind. The angers, fears, sadnesses, and happinesses all come from the subconscious mind. And our logical, conscious mind has absolutely no control over our emotions. It's left to our childlike subconscious mind. This causes problems we have with our emotions. Now, the third part of the subconscious mind is the permanent memory. Everything that has ever happened in your life is recorded here, including all the associated sights, sounds, smells, and feelings. Using hypnotic regression, someone can vividly relive any memory from their life, even if they don't remember it consciously. Another part of our subconscious mind is the security and protective part. This is the number one job of our subconscious mind, our personal security. Now, the language of the subconscious mind is imagination. the only communication between the logical, conscious mind and the imaginative, subconscious mind is that we use willpower to suppress our emotions and willpower to control habits. But unfortunately, willpower is temporary, and suppressed emotions get redirected in a negative manner, causing stress, anxiety, and can even cause illness. And in most cases, the habits return sooner or later. Remember, the language of the conscious mind is logic. The language of the subconscious mind is imagination. And when logic and imagination conflict, imagination wins every time. The subconscious mind is the boss. Because the language of the subconscious is imagination, it can't tell the difference between what is real or true, or what is not real or untrue. Everything is real and true to the imaginative mind. If it believes it to be true, then it is. So let me explain hypnosis now in the simplest of terms. Normally, the conscious mind is in front and the subconscious mind is in the background. And in between these two parts of the mind is a filter that we call the critical faculty. This part is critical of all the information before we let it enter our powerful subconscious mind, or our belief system, or our permanent memory. So, if I told you something that you thought was untrue, your conscious mind would filter it out and would not allow it to enter your belief system or your programming. However, children from birth up to around 7 years of age are in their subconscious mind almost 100% of the time. This is why a child's mind is fertile ground. Whatever seeds you plant in it is what is going to grow. So young children do not have the critical faculty yet, which is why most of what we believe, even now as adults, was programmed in us when we were young children. So what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is when the conscious mind moves aside and the critical faculty is bypassed, allowing your subconscious mind to become receptive to positive suggestions for change. So these positive seeds or suggestions are planted directly into your subconscious mind. Now, entering hypnosis happens to you on a daily basis. Hypnosis is a natural state, one that you've experienced thousands of times before. Have you ever felt sad or cried when watching a movie? Well, your logical mind knows it's only a movie, knows it's not real, yet you still feel sad and maybe even cry. Why is that? Because the conscious mind has disappeared. You're not thinking about worries or work or family. That thinking mind has disappeared. That critical faculty has been bypassed, and you are in your subconscious mind. So with hypnosis, we do the same thing. We move the conscious mind aside and bypass the critical faculty in order to plant positive seeds of change into the subconscious mind, where they can grow and cause incredible changes in our beliefs, thoughts, habits and behaviours, and even our health. Thank you for paying attention and watching this brief overview. Trust that it has been both informative and helpful for you as we begin our incredible work together. And of course, I'm only too happy to answer any further questions that you may have that remain unanswered.